God is saying to you today, my child, I know the hardest part wasn't their betrayal, it was their silence. You couldn't move on because you never got the apology. Silence hurts because it never closes the door. It leaves a crack, just enough for your mind to wander back through. But your healing was never in their words, it's in mine. They failed you with silence, but I filled you with strength. They refused to make it right, but I am making you stronger. You don't need their closure to heal. You need my presence to rise. So forgive them, even if they never ask. Forgive because it's freedom. Forgive because it's power. Forgive because it's my spirit alive in you. Stop waiting for what they'll never give. You already have what you need. Their silence didn't stop you. I'm using it to build you stronger than you have ever been. What kind of man walks into battle with calm in his chest? No fear, no noise, only a silence that shakes the storm. You feel him before you see him. The ground tightens, the wind slows, even the shadows move aside. He carries no crown, no banner, yet the air bends around him like a king returning for what was never lost. Not for glory, for purpose, for power that follows the one who never chases it. His blade knows silence. His heart knows war. A true warrior fights to protect. You do not become him by dreaming. You become him by breaking, by surviving nights that crush other men. So when he steps through the mist, understand this: fear the spirit, not the steel. Because a man like him arrives to change everything. A man who refuses to quit is dangerous, but a man who walks with God is unstoppable. Life can crush him and strip him bare, yet he rises again, not by his own strength, but by the power God gives him. His strength is forged in storms, in pain, in the silent nights where only God heard his cry. When he had nothing left, God held him. When others doubted him, God lifted him. You cannot break a man God is restoring. You cannot stop a soul strengthened by heaven. And if that man is you, remember this: you did not rise by chance. God carried you, and God is the reason you stand. Remember this: sometimes you see someone for the last time and don't even realize it. You only understand the value of that moment once it becomes a memory. We often regret the chances we didn't take, the love we were too afraid to give, and the steps we waited too long to take. Don't compare yourself to others. God made you for your own path, your own timing, and your own purpose. Your journey is yours alone. Accept what you cannot change and ask God for the strength to change what you can. You can forgive, but trust takes time to rebuild. Take a moment to see how far you've come and how much God has carried you. Life may knock you down, but falling isn't failure. Giving up is the only real loss. God always gives another chance, and it's called tomorrow. Pain hurts, doesn't it? Life struck you more times than your heart could handle. Storms came without warning and ripped away the things you loved. Cruel hands broke your trust and shattered your heart piece by piece. You cried in the dark until your pillow absorbed the truth you could not say. You smiled in public so no one would notice the weight sitting on your chest. You hid the truth behind tired eyes. You lived two lives, strong for everyone else, hurting for yourself. But hear me, God saw every tear you cried in secret. He noticed every moment you pretended you were fine, and He is fixing what life tried to destroy. You do not have to pretend anymore. You can breathe again. God is restoring you, rebuilding the parts of you you thought would never return. Real peace is coming, and you will smile again. Not the smile you forced for the world, but the smile you lost. The healed one, the genuine one. Don't quit too soon. Feeling pain does not mean stop. Sometimes God allows pressure to shape the strength He placed inside you. Every ache, every doubt, every heavy moment is proof that He is stretching you into who you are meant to become. The warriors you admire were not created in comfort. God strengthened them in quiet rooms, in lonely nights, in battles no one else saw. There will be days when you feel tired and unsure, but that is where God does His greatest work. This is the place where He separates you from the rest. Every rep, every small act of discipline, every moment you rise when no one is watching, is God building a version of you that will one day look back and say, "Thank you for carrying me when I wanted to quit." You do not need perfection. You need faith and consistency. Pain fades, pressure passes, but the strength God builds in you will last forever. Keep going. God is with you. Listen, show up as you are. When you're sad, when you're happy, when you feel strong, when you feel weak, when your mind is clear, and when it's clouded with doubt. Don't just show up when the crowd is cheering. Show up when no one's clapping. Show up when the silence is loud. Because this is not about them, it's about you, and it's about God. God saw you when no one clapped. God heard you when no one cared. God strengthened you when no one showed up for you. Every time you feel miserable but still rise, you're not just building discipline, you're proving your faith. You're showing God He can trust you with more. You're showing yourself that your word means something. Motivation fades, feelings fade, but discipline anchored in God, that's what carries you when everything else is gone. So show up broken, show up tired, show up unseen, because God sees, God knows, God rewards. And one day you'll look back and realize it wasn't talent, it wasn't luck, it was the hand of God on your life, and the fact that you showed up when others quit.